Yo, it's your boy EC22, and this is the Fabulous Fan channel, man. This is like, subscribe, share. But most of all, leave comments because I want you to do what? Join this conversation. Listen, this is the Let's Talk About It episode featuring your boy EC22, and we just want to talk about it. A few things, one before you long, I just want to kind of just get off my chest. The NBA has started, and here we are, right? We're starting to see the load management already, right? Listen, this is something we've been talking about for a while now, right? This is no a new topic, right? We've all been talked about it. The old heads and the new heads, we've all talked about the NBA load management situation and trying to put our minds around like why the necessity for it. And of course, you know, there's some, I guess, some pros and cons on both sides, but nothing really goes viral until the true GOAT speaks about it, right? And let's just hear what our boy MJ had to say about this load management situation. Let's go ahead and just see what he had to say. Let's go.
Load management has become such a hot button in the NBA.
How I know you were going to talk about that one?
Because you played 80 games a lot. You played 82. What do you think of when you hear the term load management thrown around?
It shouldn't be needed, first and foremost. You know, I never wanted to miss a game because it was an opportunity to prove. It was something that I felt like, you know, the fans are there to watch me play. I want to impress that guy way up on top who probably worked his ass off to get a ticket or to get money to buy the ticket.
You really cared about the guy who sat in the top deck at the Palace in Auburn Hills to watch you when you came to Detroit?
Yeah, because I know he's probably yelling at me, and I want to shut him up. You know, he's calling me all kinds of names. I definitely want to shut him up.
Right.
You have a duty that if they're wanting to see you, and as an entertainer, I want to show. Right? So if the guys are coming to watch me play, I don't want to miss that opportunity.
Man, Jordan said he want to shut people up, man. You gotta love it from him. But I mean, I want to bring in another guy, and I want to hear what Charles Barkley had to say about his NBA load, man, before I give my true take on it. Here we go. Let's go with Chuck. Let's see what Chuck had to say about it.
I believe that an NBA player could make $1 million. And now these guys are so lucky and blessed, and they can't play basketball 3 or 4 days a week. And I know they hide behind all the analytical bullshit from their agents and people like that. What they're really trying to do is extend their career. The way the money's been and going, depending on who you are, you're going to be able to make another 50, 70, $100 million and probably more going forward if you can extend your career 2 or 3 years. Do I blame them? Yeah, I do blame them because, yo, man, you have an obligation to all the guys you mentioned earlier who didn't make any money. They don't want to be great. They want all the trappings. They want to make all the money and things, but I'm not sure how many of them. I mean, obviously the elite guys, but you wonder if some of these guys who were just born into money, because they're not great players. Let's be realistic. I ain't gonna call no names, but you people see who are watching the game. Some of these guys can't play dead in a Western movie. I believe that the NBA lucky and blessed,
Charles said some of these guys can't play dead in a Western movie. No, so okay. So we get the greats talking about it. We hear MJ and we hear Charles Barkley. MJ brings the perspective of the fans, right? The fans work hard to pay for a ticket, and I want to come out there and make sure they get their money worth, right? Good or bad. Whether you're playing an away game, you got cats out there booing, I want to come and shut the cat up. Or you got a guy that's paying the ticket that's coming to actually see him play who's a fan. I want to make sure I meet that expectation and lead our team to victory. At the end of the day, he used the word, and I like it, and I think sometimes this is misunderstood when it comes down to sports. He used the word entertainer. As an entertainer, when it comes down to playing any sports, that you have to understand that aspect of it, right? You still got to go compete, play the purest form of your game, but you still got to entertain, right? People may not know the particular sport that you're watching or they're going to observe, maybe to all the nuances, right? But it's your job to come and educate them as a player to say, hey, listen, this is what we're here for, especially the greats. And this is what Charles was talking about. Charles, like, hey, there are some guys who people don't know nothing about, right? They're not coming to watch them. Ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis, right? But those big name guys, they don't know nothing about basketball. They don't know anything about what position is and what a three-point shot is. They just know your name and they want to come and see your face. And when they buy that ticket and you're not there, that's a problem. However, I said there are pros and cons to both sides of it, and Charles alluded to one of them, the extension of the years, right? Obviously, today the guys in Jordan years didn't play that long. I mean, you had some like Cap, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, who played a long time. I think Bill Russell played a while. I believe Will Chamberlain played a while. There are some guys that played a good span of years, right? But in that, 2000, I mean, that what I want to say early 90s to 2000, guys that have long careers, don't know what it's for. But now we see the lows, man. I mean, now guys are coming on 15 to 20 plus years playing with and not only they play long, they get to give more contracts. You know what I'm saying? You talking about being in the league 15 years and still get to sign another 3-year extension worth what, 150 million upwards, So I get the idea of it. Now, that's the pros and the cons of it. Well, that was the cons of it. But from my raw emotion, listen, the fact that people subscribe to not play basketball is crazy. Because here's the deal. I can do this for free. Maybe not to the high level, but I will go out and play for free. You're talking about 82. You're going to pay me $3 million a year to go play 82 games of basketball? Man, come on now, man. I'm getting out there to hoop. I don't care what you got to say. What up, Lou? But yeah, I'm getting out there and I'm going out there hooping, and there's nothing you can stop me. Last week I went to a meeting at my job, right? It was on off day. And as I was leaving the meeting, I said, let me stop by the gym. Had no gym attire. But just something about being in that gym, hearing the hardwood, watching guys go out there and play. I got out there with my blue jeans and and I had a pullover, but I took the pullover and had my tank top on. Blue jeans and tank top. That's how we used to do it on Cliff. We didn't have no basketball shorts. It was just something about being at the gym I couldn't play. So when these guys do load management, I get if there's a situation where you need an off day to where you're away from the gym, you're away from the organization, you're spending time with your family. I get it. But these guys are showing up 2 or 3 hours before the game, going in pregame practice, going through pregame warm-up, just to sit in street clothes on the sideline. It's like, does it not bother you to sit on the sideline and the game is like, have you lost that love for the game? That's one thing about James Harden. James Harden said he wants to play every single game. And I love it about James Harden, right? And you're gonna have to pull him because he's a hooper, he's a baller. And there's a few other names out there that believe the same thing. But when you see some of these other superstars finding ways to miss games, faking injuries and stuff like that, I mean, come on, I don't subscribe to that. And I don't even know what's worse. The players that do it or the people that endorse it. Now, this is where player empowerment comes in, right? Because sometimes when they put these things in these contracts, or you have this collective bargaining agreement, or you have this player who have all the chips like a LeBron James, he can pretty much do whatever he wants and get away with. And so that's kind of where you stand in that situation. There's nothing you can really do when it comes down to the NBA load management other than the commissioner going to have to find ways to be creative to get these guys to come out and play, because 82 games is not a lot to ask for a year if you love the game. The problem is, I don't know if these NBA players still love the game. You made enough money, but then somewhere between, and I get it, if you played enough years, then go ahead and just bow out gracefully. You go hard until you get hard no more, and then you retire. But you don't sit around here and go hard and get tired and then load management for the next 5 years and then give the fans half of you. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. But anyway, man, you guys, that's all I have for this episode of Let's Talk About It. I want to get that hot take out there, man. Listen, join us at the top of the hour at 6 o'clock at the Fair Weather Fan channel and podcast with your boy D-Way. And so, hey, let's get it rocking, man. Once again, thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, share, leave comments because I want you to join this conversation. But don't turn your dial. Stay on Facebook. Stay on YouTube. Stay on X. We're coming up at the top of the hour, the Fair Weather Fan podcast. This is your boy EC22. And for now, in about 9 minutes, I'll be back.